Can it be fun? The series where we review betas and demos and answer the question, just, is it fun? That's our series that we review full games, but obviously for the betas, things can change. So can it be fun? As it doesn't really cement everything in. Today we played Black Ops 7, the beta, which has zombies and multiplayer. And yeah, we gave a few different play sessions for this one, just to see if it could work out. First time I played it, I must admit, I actually didn't hate this game. I was kind of like, oh, hold on a minute, I'm having a bit of fun here. That was quickly stopped after the next few play sessions as everyone started to understand the meta, and anyone that was casual probably lost interest in the game and it just left you with the sweats. So yeah, things just got really difficult after that. Now, you might say a lot of the comments that I'm going to say after this might be, oh, he's just bad at the game and couldn't hack it. I've played other shooters where I haven't done too well, but I can find the reason why it's fun or ways to contribute to my team. This game is Mountain Dew and cocaine and ADHD just wrapped into one. And if you aren't 17 and on all three of those things, you are not going to succeed here. It is fast. Unlike the Call of Duties that I grew up with, you know, I'm talking World of War, I'm talking the first Modern Warfare, even some of the early Black Ops, you know, which was a bit slower paced. Sure, it was quick and it rewarded quick players, but sometimes you had to think your way through problems. There is no thinking here. It is just balls to the wall quick. The maps are quite small as well, and we'll get into some of the map design as well, but it is a quick game, so I'm just going to say that if you are a bit more of a hell let loose Battlefield kind of player, you won't like this game. You just won't. If those games that I just mentioned that you aren't for you and you just like real quick paced things, then maybe give this game a look at, but they're just, I don't know, there isn't too much of a soul in this game, at least in my mind. It just rinse and repeat with Call of Duty. Which is a shame. I used to, just to give you scope, I would go all the way to like 10th Prestige, 12th Prestige. I would max out in this game. I was an absolute Call of Duty fanboy, but that's a long time ago. I'm 37 years old now. So some of this might be that this game's just not for me anymore. I think a lot of people are a bit harsh to review these games. And now I'm just starting to come to the fact it's like, this just might not be for me anymore. Maybe I've aged out. Maybe I've grown up past Call of Duty. But it just isn't the same as what it is before. When it comes to mechanics outside of my own personal preference, the small maps are not good. The biggest problem is that you just get, when a team is on top of you, there is no getting out of that hell. They can just quadrant lock the map, and then it just becomes spawn killing from that point on. I know Call of Duty has always had this problem, but this, with the smaller map, seems to be really the case. To the point where I'll spawn and someone is looking at my back and they'll just mow me down. And there's just no real spawn swaps, there's nothing going on. Other things I don't enjoy with this game would be things like footstep sounds. It's really difficult to hear any enemy that's around you. I've got a pretty good headset unit. I don't seem to have this problem in any other game. But this game, there's so much noise and there's so much weird stuff going on. Guitar riffs when a nemesis kills you or you kill a nemesis that prevent you hearing what's going on in front of you right then and there. And it's just that, like all the time, you're just hearing bullshit from a distance that seems to be way too loud compared to what should be quite apparent with what's around you. So it's very hard to play any other game style but go quick because you can't hear anyone that's coming behind you. So it is really like, yeah, pretty much submachine guns, which is just what everyone's doing. Submachine gun silencer, max out dexterity, you know, perks so you can just jump on walls and wall run and all these sort of things and mow down your enemies. Also, the sniper's ridiculous in this game. I wasn't able to use it like other people were. I'm not sure if it was just a lag problem that I was having or if some people just, I don't know, there's an auto aim setting that I need to be putting on, because I was getting mowed down well quicker than I was able to dish out that punishment to other people. But again, that could just be a skill issue, it could just be me. But yeah, things like I heard, I was somewhat interested to this Call of Duty, because they were saying that the movement's going to be toned down. I don't understand why they would say that. Like, there's wall jumping in this. Like, it was like, this is going to be a more realistic experience. I don't know about you, but wall jumping into a knee slide where you seem to just have, like, wheelies on your knees where you just slide a good 20 meters at, like, a rapid pace doesn't seem to defy logic at all. Like, I just don't understand a lot of the design choices here. And this is what I'm saying, like, it's so ridiculous, this game, in gunfights, because people are just moving around at these crazy paces and doing unrealistic things with somewhat realistic guns and they're trying to say it's like a realistic experience to a degree as a shooter, and it's just none of that. Like, like, people will dive at a slower pace than they'll lift off by the end when they do their slides. It's just odd. Like, the movement, it just doesn't make any sense. So it's really hard to gauge where someone is going to be unless, I guess, you played a lot of the Call of Duties. And I admit, I haven't played the last few. The only reason I'm playing this one is because we need to review it. So maybe if you played a lot of the Call of Duties, you're used to that sort of pacing. But for me, there was no rhyme and reason why anyone traveled as fast or as slow as they did. So I found that very difficult. And just the whole thing was really just kick you in the balls. But ultimately, outside of those faults, I just didn't find the game to be fun. And it wasn't because I was losing. Like, I mean, there were some games that would win, but I'd feel like there isn't much you can contribute, like, when it comes to objective style gameplay, because everyone doesn't really play it. It's such a small map anyway that there isn't really nuance to different ways to approach a win or different ways to approach an objective. It's really just seems to be the same balls to the wall. Everyone's just flying out of everywhere. And you just hope that you aren't against a bunch of friends that are just, like, absolutely railing you. And that's pretty much the Call of Duty experience right now. I just can't really imagine a reason to put a lot of time into this game. And that's a shame. And it's not because I hate shooters. I love shooters. And I'm quite good at most of them. This is the other thing. This is the worst I've performed in a shooter in such a long time that I'm kind of, like, self-reflecting on myself, like, is this game just not for me anymore? Because, like, I've never been this bad at a game. And there's games with steep learning curves that I pick up quite, like Hell Let Loose and those sort of things, that I pick up quite quickly. I know it's very different Twitch shooting. But even Splitgate too, like, I was quite good at that game. That's quite a fast-paced shooter. But, yeah, not here. Definitely not here. So, yeah, I really don't know what was going on. Graphically, it doesn't look the best. It doesn't look great. Like, I wasn't blown away once. And you think with the small maps, like, it might, you know, graphically pop out at you. It just, I don't know, kind of seemed like an Xbox One game to myself. And I know I'm being super negative on this thing, but there's just, like I said, I was very underwhelmed by this. And, like, the first time I played it, the first hour or two, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm enjoying this. But the second it just changed to everyone has SMGs and the game is balls to the wall, and there's no ability to just hide behind, you know, hide in a bit of cover, maybe pop two people, move, relocate. There's no ability to do that. Everyone is just everywhere. It's just, it might as well be a free-for-all with teams. I think it's the best way to describe the game. Things are just flying at you at all times. When you die a lot, like, it is, you just think, like, that's bullshit. Like, someone wall runs, dives, aims in their sniper and hits you in the head immediately. And you're just like, well, what the fuck am I meant to do with that? Like, that just doesn't happen in any other game. So, yeah, and like I said, it just might not be for me. So, yeah, if everything that I've described is just like, oh, this dude's an old man and he doesn't get it, this game might be for you. But I just think there might be other games that do this type of shooter much better, to be honest. Yeah, there just didn't seem to be anything that you could, like, counter certain things with. And I know it's a beta, so so maybe they might fix a few of these things, but I just don't think so. A lot of people at the moment, like, skill matchmaking is dead. No, skill-based matchmaking was definitely there. The second I did well, I immediately got into the sweaty lobbies, and it was not fun. So, yeah. Zombies, yeah, I haven't spoke about that. This is where I think the movement is great. Like, I think the movement in Call of Duty is great for zombies. I only played 1 or 2 games. I didn't really want to overhype it before the game comes out. But I enjoyed what I saw. It's all the same sort of stuff that you usually get. You know, it's absolute madness. The people I was playing with in these lobbies seemed to know what they were doing. I had no idea. So they were activating things and moving the football around, which was great. It means I didn't have to do too much, which was nice. I could just kill a bunch of zombies, and that's all I really wanted to do. So I'd say zombies is quite fun. I haven't played that in a long time. Again, like I said, I don't think I played the last 4 Call of Duties. So to get back into zombies was like, oh yeah, this is quite good. So I probably should have spoken about the zombies a little bit earlier, but I did enjoy it. Like, I thought the movement and the way everything runs in Call of Duty is perfect for zombies. It's just, for multiplayer, it's fucking abysmal. So, yeah. But, you know, zombies, I actually had fun. Whether I could play that for hours and hours and hours, yet to be seen. Like I said, I've only played 2 or 3 games of zombies. But yeah, like the different type of weapons, obviously upgrading them, getting the perk slots. There's still so much for me to figure out on that side of the fence. So I think, you know, when I've got to obviously review this whole game and when it comes out, and boy howdy, do I have regrets about that, because it means I have to play multiplayer again and the single player, which I don't think is going to be good. At least there is that shining light of like, well, there is zombies here, but you know, I shouldn't really be going into a game review going like, well, at least there's one aspect of the game I'm not going to directly hate. So yeah. Anyway, that is, can it be fun? I don't think it can be, at least in my mind, and that's the thing. It's a very subjective YouTube channel. We make our own decisions here. But comment down below, what do you think about Call of Duty in general? Because you might really like this game, and there might be reasons that I just don't pick up, or I'm just too old to get. Or maybe I just didn't have enough Mountain Dew coursing through my veins. Like, I was that much of a Call of Duty fanboy that I would buy the Doritos and the Mountain Dews to get the double XP. I have the night vision goggles somewhere. Yeah, like, I was an absolute fanboy for this game, and it's just gone so far away from what it used to be, in my opinion. And it's just this, I don't know, it just seems like soulless slop, to be honest. At least in my mind. Like, I just didn't enjoy it at all, and I've had a few play sessions. There's some I even did well, like, and it just never really worked out, and I was just like, no, okay, cool, we won. Okay, cool, score streak. Like, it was just that the whole time, where I think with other shooters, even like Hell Let Loose, like, you mightn't be in any action for like 10 minutes, but the second you do and you do something to help your team, like, yeah, you get a sense of achievement. Where this, I just didn't feel it at all, which is a bit lacking, which is a bit of a worry going into the game. Anyway, if you did make it this far, hit the subscribe button, because that really does help us out. We're a tiny little YouTube channel, and subscriptions go a long way. And hit the like button, because then it algorithms it to someone like you, and then they like it, and then it algorithms it to someone like them who was like you, and then they like it, and it likes it to the person that was like you, that was like them, that was like you, but also there's someone else. Are you confused? Good. Because that's the YouTube algorithm. Confusing as anything. Anyway, I'm going to edit this up, cut this up, and get on out of here. My name is Brenton. This is RetalinLive. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.